And yes, I got a clap for week 3 of the NFL. What's up, people? This is the Philly Will Spill. Sports podcast is going to give it to you real and not scripted or fake. All we talking about today, real quick, is the outcome of week 3's games. First off, I want to say special teams did a good job this week. And I know the NFL, all the high execs, Roger Goodell, owners, and even the people that's broadcasting the NFL games loved it, that type of entertainment, because that is what drives new fans to come in and current fans to stay. And a lot of sponsors to join, or people that want to get any access to the NFL, any chance they get to get access, because they create entertainment. And this weekend, the block field goals, Jake Bates yesterday tackling Ali, he almost returned one. Kicks being returned more. It was a great job this week with the special teams. So keep it up. Keep it up. If it go like this, it's going to be real good. Right now, week 3 of this NFL has been way more better and entertaining than last year. Care what nobody say. It's not because we're watching it. It's the fact that with special teams doing what it's doing, and the way a lot of these teams is even matched, especially after this week, it's been a good thing. So going straight right into some of this stuff. So, and I'm not going to cover every single game because it's going to take too much time, but I am going to cover some of the games that I think were the more not important, but the ones that was like, okay, those were good games. So Lions versus Ravens. Real quick, folks. Let's go through the stats of that game to a certain extent. So Lions versus Rams yesterday. So just real quick. 1 second. That's not it. Where is it? Here we go. All right. The Lions had a total of 426 yards. 202 was passing, 224 rushing, and David Montgomery looked like, hold on, wait, y'all not gonna keep talking about Gibbs. 2 touchdowns. That man went crazy yesterday in the fourth quarter alone. They wanted him to slide down. He didn't slide. He kept moving. So Montgomery was the showstopper on the offensive side of the ball. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, that defensive coordinator, that D-line, containing Lamar Jackson, sacking Lamar Jackson 7 times, third down efficiency was 6 of 11, frustrating Lamar Jackson, stopping him in the end zone, three to four times? Treacherous. That defense looked good. And this is what the Lions fans are saying. Hold on, wait. If we'd have had a defense last year, we'd have been good. We got a lot of players who was injured, which injury bug can hit anybody, but the Lions look good. Offense, 98-yard drive, all the way down. Scored one of the longest drives in the NFL. Then had another long drive. Like, that was a good game. That is like, if you want to watch an NFL game, that's the type of game that you want to watch. That was a good game. Now, getting into it so I can keep it moving as much as I can. I said this in one of my past podcast sports takes. John Harbaugh. Let me just give you a fun fact. The Baltimore Ravens last appeared in the Super Bowl February 3rd, 2013. And let me also let you know that I believe Lamar Jackson has been in the league at least 8 years. Let me repeat that again. The Baltimore Ravens last time to the Super Bowl was 2013. That was in the John Harbaugh era. It's 2025. That's 12 years. Lamar Jackson has been playing for 8 years. Dude, let's go through this defense and the offense. Lamar Jackson, quarterback. Derrick Henry, running back. Zay Flowers, wide receiver. Rasheed Bateman's wide receiver. DeAndre Hopkins, wide receiver. Mark Andrews, tight end. And you can see them players still got it. Still got it on the high end. Defense. Nadi Madubuike, who didn't play yesterday, but he's there. Travis Jones, Broderick Washington, Adafe Ogwin, Roquan Smith, who played yesterday, Teddy Buchanan, Calvin Noy, who didn't play yesterday, Nate Wiggins, Cal Hamilton, Malachar Starks, I'm sorry. I don't know this guy's name. I don't want to botch it, but Chadwick Oziwa and Marlon Humphreys. On paper, that is a treacherous defense. I get two people didn't play yesterday. Definitely on paper and through stats, proven last year, that it was a treacherous offense. The Baltimore Ravens, I believe, only been to the AFC Championship one time 2 years ago. They lost to the Chiefs, and they lost bad. This man, Lamar Jackson, who is the prototype quarterback that you will want on any of your franchise if you had to pick first with the quarterbacks that are playing right now, you want him. John Harbaugh has everything that he needs to be at a Super Bowl, at least out of the last 4 times, once, and in these next 2 years, once. But it's some strange reason that every time the Baltimore Ravens have a playoff caliber type team, Buffalo, Kansas City, the Lions yesterday, Philly last year, they start fumbling. They start not executing. They drop the ball. Coaching. Derrick Henry done fumbled the ball 3 times in the last 3 games. That's coaching, man. Play calling. You didn't get the ball in the end zone on the 2-yard line with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. And you was on the end zone twice and you didn't get it. You try to throw a toss pass play to Derrick Henry. He almost threw a damn near interception and threw it out of bounds. And Lamar Jackson is on the other side of the field wide open. Play after play that they didn't execute. You can look at Lamar Jackson's face and say, what the hell is going on? Sometimes you look in Derrick Henry's face as he looking to the sideline with y'all. Come on with y'all. Hurry up and call the play. I don't know what Baltimore got going on, but I know Ozzie Newsome is watching that. I know he's watching that. And you can't be having all the fast cars, all the insight to the racetrack, the best driver driving fast car, and keep not winning the race. So I know some of you Baltimore fans is going to go in. I don't care who you are. Phil Jackson, they just proved it with Bill Belichick. Don't matter what you did in the past, is what have you done for me lately? And John Harbaugh has one of the best rosters in the NFL. And it's not about every single year, but he ain't been to the Super Bowl since 2013. He has Lamar Jackson over 8 years. Somebody make it make sense for me. Please. I ain't calling for his job, but I'm telling him he need to start doing his job better. And he'll say the same thing too. You can't have that caliber type of team and you not winning. Next team. Chiefs. We'll wait till week 6. Worthy get back and should be back this week. Rice will be back off suspension. They're yet to be determined. And you're reading Travis Kelce. Let y'all know, Travis Kelce getting to Hollywood. Suit shorted outfits and Taylor Swift and whatever that nature. Her album about to drop in a minute, and I'm not a Taylor fan or not a Taylor fan. I like Taylor Swift. That woman is excellent. She's a superstar on top of superstar on top of superstar. You have people like Prince, Michael Jackson, Beyonce, and Taylor Swift. Madonna, Princess Diana. Taylor Swift is in that caliber of people. So do your thing. But back to what I was saying, Travis Kelce, hey, you better start doing something. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, who Chiefs fans, you're holding on. You already have held on too long to Travis Kelce. You held on too long. I would have traded Travis Kelce a year or 2 ago. But you didn't get Tyreek to stay. I would either have kept Tyreek and Travis Kelce together, or I would have let them go gradually, year after year, at least between 2 years. Now you kept them too long. The price is going to be lower than what it would have been off 1 or 2 of them Super Bowls. But you still have Chris Jones. You can get whatever for him. You can get whatever. The Hunts family. You're holding on to players too long. You got to let them go. One thing about the New England Patriots, they had Tom Brady, but they rotated in tight end after tight end. They kept Gronk along, but they won with Gronk. And when Gronk left, they called him back and won again. They kept winning. I think Gronk went over there to Tampa Bay. He kept winning with Gronk. If he ain't go to Tampa Bay, I'll correct it. But Gronk stayed with him. He won with Gronk. Patrick ain't winning with Travis like that. You hold on to players too long. New England kept I forgot Chad was over there. I know Randy was over there. I know Wes Walker was over there. I know Julian Edelman was over there. A plethora of running backs was over there. They got rid of players before they got too old. Y'all not. Trade these players so y'all can stay relevant and keep Patrick Mahomes with a caliber of wide receivers and tight ends that can keep him from scrambling around like a pinball machine. Because it wasn't that pretty against the New York Giants. And we're going to get to the Giants. Vikings. Carson Wentz look good. Carson Wentz look good. Defense look good. They got our guy, our Super Bowl cornerback. Let's go to that game real quick. The stats real quick. All right, Carson Wentz look good. I'm going to give y'all my take on this. So the overview of the game, you had, to start it off, Josh Oliver touchdown from Carson Wentz, 12 yards. Isaiah Rodgers, 87 interception return. They got 7 points out of that. Field goal. Cincinnati got a field goal. Isaiah Rodgers again got a 66-yard return fumble. Jordan Mason ran it in for 5 yards. Guess he must have got tackled. Field goal again for the Vikings. Jordan Mason run another one in for 4 yards. TJ Hockenson touchdown. You had a lot from Carson Wentz in that team. And what I'm trying to tell y'all is Kevin O'Connell going to do what he did to Sam Darnold and let JJ take one more year? Especially if JJ is hurt next week and Carson is still winning and they're on the road? Or is he going to put JJ back in and have to assess JJ as a rookie? If I was Kevin O'Connell, the quarterback whisperer, I'm telling y'all, I keep telling y'all, week after week on my podcast before the NFL started, I predicted this. Keep Carson Wentz in. It don't hurt. Most you can do is take him out if you're not performing. Keep Carson in for a minute. We start these rookies too early sometimes, and then we cast them off and say they are bust. And then when they go to another team, Danny Dimes, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, Justin Fields, they look better. We starting them too early. Let them see some more of the game. Everybody, you can get a Jordan Love behind Aaron Rodgers and see what's going on. You can do that. You can get Patrick Mahomes behind Alex Smith, whoever that was. You can do that. So, I think they should keep Carson Wentz in. And that's not because he was an ex-Eagle, because he'd have been more of a journeyman quarterback than he's been a quarterback for the Eagles. So, I think they should keep him in. Falcons. Next year. They didn't do a thing. When you look at the overview for that game, it was all Panthers. 44 to, what was the score? 44 to zip? All Panthers. And I seen it the week before when they played the Vikings. The Vikings lost the game and Bijan won the game for the Falcons. Penix didn't do nothing. Penix didn't do anything, like he was playing Michigan again. But that game, when I look at here's the overview of that game. It was 30 to zip. Let me correct myself. Touchdown Bryce Young, field goal Ryan Fitzgerald, which is the Panthers field goal kicker. Touchdown again, Panthers. Field goal Panthers. Touchdown Panthers. Field goal Panthers. Yeah, Atlanta didn't do nothing. They looked like the team from the week before. They just got away with it because Bijan was getting off and the D-line was getting at J.J. McCarthy. So, what I think the problem is in Atlanta, I ain't saying it's Michael Penix's problem. Coaching. Because you had Kirk Cousins last year. I know he had the little injury he was coming off of the year before that, but he was a good quarterback. Now you got Michael Penix in. How you can't get it right? It's coaching on this one. You got a good team. Bijan, Drake London, the other wide receiver, Kyle Pitts. How you can't get this right? Next game, or team per se. Cardinals, Marvin Harrison, drop the ball. Don't drop the ball. They win the game. That's my sneaky team. Cowboys, no defense. You paid Dak too much. You paying Dak 60-some million. When he needs to win, he needs to win. Got your ass beat by the Bears. Too much money on Dak. Too much money on Dak. I would have traded him. Put somebody else in. Got me some better defense. Seahawks looking good. Blew out the Saints. Looking good. Sam Darnold. Kevin O'Connell, QB whisperer, looking damn good. Kenneth Walker, they looking good. Steelers overcame the Patriots. Patriots, too many turnovers. Braber, you're going to have to sit him down. Just too many turnovers. You're going to have games like that. He's still trying to get himself together, Drake May and them, but too many turnovers with the team, period, overall. Commanders blew out the Raiders without Jaden Daniels. It's a good team. That is the sign of a good organization. That is the sign of a good general manager. That's the sign of a good coach. That's a sign of good offensive coordinators. I know it's the Raiders, but they ain't had their best player, Commanders, and they still won in good fashion. That's what makes it a good sign. Colts, Danny Dimes, look great. Brian Daboll, you'll be fired at the end of this season if you don't get it together. Saquon gone, won the Super Bowl. Daniel Jones gone, 3-0. 3 goddamn games, he punted the ball 1 time. So was it Daniel Jones or was it the organization and the coaches? Because Daniel Jones don't look shit like the Giants. Steichen is a good head coach, was a great offensive coordinator, took us to the Super Bowl, even though we didn't get it. But that's what I keep telling y'all about. Don't be tricked out of y'all bag when we see players don't make it in these organizations and then say it's the player. It's not always the player. It's not. Organization, it's coaching. Look at Daniel Jones. Look great with the Colts. And then you still got a situation in New York. I said in my podcast, Jackson Dart should have started the season. I said he might start by week 6, but the way they looking right now, he should be starting next week. Brian Daboll is coaching for his job. Danny Dimes is 3-0, and Saquon won a Super Bowl. And they influenced not to keep him. The general manager, I think, gonna say Saquon more than Brian Daboll. But Daboll and the general manager, because y'all still there, you better put Jackson Dart in. Both of y'all about to get fired. Least you can do is just give it your best shot, because Cam's combating will look real good. You better put Jackson Dart in. Quick. Russell through. You see, my man said he didn't want his jersey signed by him, Chris Jones. That's crazy. Allegedly, I don't know. I got to check it out. I just didn't listen to it. And then, last but not least, as far as one team, the Bills look like the Bills. I got them going to the Super Bowl this year. I got them going to the Super Bowl on the AFC. That's my number 1 AFC team. And then we have the Eagles. We have the Eagles, and we have the Rams. And basically, in that game, that was the tale of 2 different halves. The tale of 2 different halves. So, you had one half where LA Rams was doing whatever they wanted to do. Puka was catching. Devontae caught one. It was crazy. Like, Jalen scored a touch push, then because Matthew Stafford threw an interception. Then after the touch push, they field goal. Devontae Adams scored a 44-yard pass. Second quarter, field goal, Rams, field goal, Rams, field goal, Rams. And this was great defense for the Eagles. I'm calling this out as an overview, but the Eagles was playing good defense as they kept getting put on the field, and they kept getting bad field position. So they only thing they could do was give up a field goal and stop the touchdowns, and they did do that. So that was a good defense. That's a young defense. Average age is 26. They doing a hell of a job, the Georgia Bulldogs. Then you had the third quarter. You had Kyrie Williams. He caught a touchdown pass. I don't know why this thing is doing this. Caught a touchdown pass from Matthew Stafford. Then Dallas Goedert caught a touchdown pass. Then A.J. Brown caught a touchdown pass. Then Devontae Smith caught a touchdown pass. Then Jordan Davis blocked the punt. He had already blocked one earlier. See, when you get a block field goal like that, it might be luck. When you block 2, something going on. If everybody gonna go that just watch football, to just watch it, why don't you go back and look at the tape and see that every time the Rams kicked the field goal, the ones that they actually made, the Eagles were inches from blocking that too. The Eagles was in the backfield every time they were field goaling the ball. So before you just cast out, it was luck or y'all got lucky, you might want to go see exactly what was happening. They were back there every time. Some of them was inches from getting blocked. But going back to my observation, that game, I wanted it to be how it was. That was a perfect game for me to assess my quarterback, because I'm gauging him through week 1 through week 6 to see Is he going to come up and play the game even more like he plays in the Super Bowl when he has to pass the ball more frequently and consistency when he's asked to do it? Yes, I know, and what I said last week, that they need to let him release the ball and get away from the tush push. It's going to get banned if you use it too much. And yes, he came and he played and he answered it, a 19-point deficit, and he raced it. Yes, he did do that. So he did his job. That's one time. I want to see it again. I want to see him more consistently throw that ball, pass that ball, and release the beasts. So, and yes, the Eagles, Nick Sirianni, not so much as Howie Roseman, I don't know. You play football two different ways. You play the game not to lose, which will look like what? Run, pass, run. If you convert the first down, run again. If it's 32, run again. You're not trying to release. You're not trying to do anything entertaining. You're not trying to do anything in the air. You're not trying to throw it deep. You're not trying to do anything to waste it down. You're just run and see if you can get 3 yards a carry to do the tush push on 3rd and 4th down. No. You're playing not to lose. Play to win the game. What does that look like? You're releasing the offense. Every single person who has the ability is getting their targets and getting their carries and getting the ball. Don't take my words for it. Take his.
Me personally, I truly believe, man, we got so many good players on this team, and at times, you can feel like we're being conservative, and I don't think it should be like that. I think it should, let your killers do their thing, and play fast and play aggressive. I'm not saying that we haven't been, but me personally, that's what I would like. Obviously we're gonna run the ball and we're gonna set up the run off the pass and the pass off the run, but we have a lot of good players and I feel like you should just let us go.
Do you go to the coaching staff and say that now?
Nah, but it's out now. It's out now, but yeah, we got a lot of good players and we believe that we can do really some special things, man, and obviously it's just really about being on the same page, but we'll run the ball, play action, this and that, but let us go hoop.
I don't want to be the dead horse. So all I'm going to tell you, Nick Sirianni, Kevin Patulea, open up the offense. I'm Philly Will all day, every day, and twice on Sunday.